Coming up tonight, armed forces join to wish their leader happy 58th birthday. Fiji to remain firm on 2014 election plan. And the President, His Excellency Ratu Epeli Naila Tikau, shows that age doesn't matter. Good evening, I'm Mike Ranamalo. The quiet neighborhood of Moanikau this morning woke up to the joyous sound of brass music as officers of the Fiji Disciplined Forces sang happy birthday to the commander of the Fiji Military Forces and Prime Minister Commodore Josiah Vorenge, who celebrated his 58th birthday.
The early morning assembly was led by the Police Commissioner, Brigadier General Iwani Nabalurua, as men and women of the disciplinary forces converged on the hills of Moanikau to once again wish their leader and comrade happy birthday. Returning from a hectic visit to India, the head of government, in acknowledging their loyalty and support of his men, also reminded them of the mammoth task ahead of them in this pre-elections period, particularly the important role that they had to play.
Thank you again for this very unexpected but welcome visit this morning. I know most of you woke up very early yesterday morning to help His Excellency do the 30-kilometer walk, and I also thank you for that. I came on a flight back from Hong Kong with Professor Yasgai and his wife, of course, and they're here for a week to help to come and set the base for the Constitution Commission. And I was telling him during the flight how excited we are in Fiji in looking forward to having our new constitution and of course the election in 2014. But there's a lot of work to be done, especially of course in the recovery of the flood recovery plans that we put in place. I came in through yesterday, there was still a lot of damage, a lot of rubbish that needs to be cleared up. But there needs to be a lot of assistance given to those that were affected in the flood. Besides the 2014 election, we have all those little things that we need. Not little, but the important things that we need to take care of in helping our people back on their feet. I thank all of you from all the three services, Commander Land Force and his people, Commissioner of Police, thank you, and Commissioner of Prison, now for coming this morning to celebrate with me this 58th birthday. Thank you.
Occasions as such are indicative of the strong bond that exists amongst the disciplinary forces and further solidifies the trust and loyalty of the men and women in green, blue and maroon beret.
The Fijian government has reiterated that the country and current leadership will continue on its path towards the 2014 elections. These comments were made by the acting Prime Minister and Attorney General Ayaz Said Qayyum following the visit of the Pacific Island Leaders Forum Contact Working Group.
The Contact Working Group visited the country earlier this week on a fact-finding mission where they met up with various government heads and unions as well as other groups. Whilst the Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama was away on an official visit to India and the Philippines, the Attorney General Ayaz Said Qayyum met up with his 7-member team in the capacity as acting Prime Minister, and the team consisted of foreign ministers from Australia and New Zealand, as well as representatives from Papua New Guinea, Vanuatu, Tuvalu and Samoa. Following their meeting, calls were made for policy change by the National Federation Party in the country, and the Australian Foreign Minister Bob Carr also made a reference to an offer of exemption from sanctions. However, Said Qayyum, in response to the statement, said Fiji will continue on its path to a new future, just as it has on its own accord, regardless of the carrots offered or the sticks brandished by those listening only to the voices of a select few individuals and organizations interested first with themselves and not about Fiji as a whole. Meanwhile, Bob Carr, speaking to Radio New Zealand, revealed that after the meeting with the various stakeholders in the country, they welcome the commitments made by the Fijian government and will watch carefully with regards to the implementation of these commitments. The Attorney General says anyone can find positive progress in Fiji because it is real and because the Bainimarama government has been working diligently to provide a better future for all Fijians. He also adds if our neighbours support the steps that we are taking to strengthen our economy, draft up a new constitution and hold our country's first truly democratic elections, we all acknowledge their support.
Coming up after the break, the President, His Excellency Ratu Epeli Nailatikau, shows age doesn't matter, and retailers to be penalized for non-registration.